Good afternoon. My name is Daniele Marano from the Austrian Association of the Blind and Visually Impaired. I have the pleasure to moderate this fireside chat on the project World Unseen of Canon. With me today we have Karin and Helmut. And I would start with the Helmut on the following question. I had personally had the honor to visit your exhibition in Vienna in 2024 in the Museums Quartier, where I think the first one in the world where this exhibition was shown. Can you give us a background? What is the commitment behind this project by Canon? Where does this project come from?
First of all, thank you that you visited our exhibition in Museumsquartier. We were very happy to welcome you. Thanks also for the invitation today. And I want to give a little bit of background why Canon is doing World Unseen. Canon, the reason why Canon is here is that we enrich lives and businesses through imaging experiences. So Canon is an imaging company. Imaging and images and documents are the center of all what we are doing. From the input side, we take photos, we produce videos, we work we scan documents, we digitize documents. Then it's all about the workflow. What are we doing with these files? And then on the output side, we produce prints, we offer the files in a digital format. And so the technology is the key of everything what we do. Printing is the key what we are doing. For World Unseen, we took the responsibility of the corporate social. We took our corporate social responsibility to see what we can do for social groups and for environmental support. So therefore we launched the program World Unseen. Currently we have two topics that we are talking in World Unseen. The first topic is the exhibition we are talking today, and the second topic is about restoration of corals, so it's an environmental topic. Karin will now explain what World Unseen is all about.
Thank you for this explanation. Very interesting. Yes, Karin, a question to you. Where is now the implementation of this project? What is going on with the World Unseen in the implementation?
First of all, thank you to being here and to talk about World Unseen. It's one of the really heartbreaking or hard project that I ever took, because I really get involved in different worlds and different type of sea. World Unseen is an exhibition you don't have to see it. So you can touch, you can look, you can hear the description of the pictures. 2024, London decided to have the first exhibition in London, and from there, this exhibition goes around Europe. Around 30 different countries already did this exhibition, and the pictures are printed in relief, and normally, let's say normally, for blind, visually impaired people, and also for the seeing people. So it's an exhibition for everyone. The relief is 2 millimeters high, so you can touch the picture. We ask a lot of photographers from Canon to take different pictures with an impressive story, because pictures always tell stories, create emotions. And for blind and visually impaired people, this background or these stories often are not available because they can't see the pictures. But for us, it was a great opportunity with our technology to bring them also to an exhibition where they can see pictures from photographers in different ways, by touching the picture, by reading Braille. We also print the Braille files with the story of the pictures. We have our sound files where the photographer themselves talk about the inspiration and the story of the pictures. So yes, it was really impressive to see in different ways. And 2024, we had our exhibition, as you already said, in Museumsquartier, in association with Verein Blickkontakt and the Blind and Visual Impaired organization. And yeah, it was an honor to have it here. And I think to explain what I mean with relief, yeah.
So this is a very beautiful picture you're showing us produced with this new technology. And maybe when you're holding now this picture, I have a question for both of you. You think that also people without a visual impairment can enjoy a meaningful experience of photography through this new technology?
Absolutely. World Unseen is for blind and visually impaired people, but of course also for people who can see. It gives them the opportunity to know more, to learn more about the world of blind and visually impaired people. And it was a special moment at the exhibitions when we were presenting the images. And you can imagine the blind person was touching this picture. This is a rhino. It was the last living of its kind. And this rhino is protected by rangers. And the blind person was touching it. And we were giving the voice and the content as a background. And we guided the person through the images. And it was a special pleasure to see the smile of the people, and when they saw, now I can see the picture, I can feel the picture. It's the first time I can see a picture. So it is also a big project for people who can see, and it's an experience that people can have together.
It is so beautiful to see that also photography, which is a mean of art, so difficult to make it accessible, that Canon uses this technology to make photography accessible. Karin, a question to you. What are the next steps? What do you envisage for the future? How could World Unseen now be, let's say, a game changer to make photography even more accessible throughout the world?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we hopefully will have a time where in every museum, gallery, art space, pictures like that will be available. Not only for the blind and visible impaired, also for us, because it was also for me an experience to hear the story about the picture and to learn about the background from the picture from the photographer, and also to close my eyes and touch the picture and find out what can I touch, what can I feel. So our reason is to, or our goal is to find many ways to promote this type of photography and to find people who were interested in to include everyone to see pictures in the future.
Yes, should be an integral part of any production, that also to think in terms of accessibility. I have another question of both of you. How did this project change the thought of inclusiveness within your company? Did this was an input also to make another sensitivity awareness about inclusion within your company? Helmut?
In our daily working life, we see a lot of photos. And the funny thing after the first exhibition was that we developed a few to photos where we thought which parts of the photos could we make now three-dimensional, that blind and visually impaired people can touch it. What's the right photos we could use for the next exhibition? So it brought us a lot closer to this group, to blind and visually impaired people. And our objective is to visit as many events as possible. So we had some of them, the Diversity Bar and the 200th anniversary of Braille. Today we are happy to be here. So we will keep on being the facilitator for printing houses who buy the machines, who run the machines and the software, for galleries and museums. And in this triangle, we can make the world a little bit more inclusive.
This is very nice, and I think that also occasions like the Zero Conference are, let's say, a world scene where this kind of really truly innovative project can make the difference, because, as I said, the photography was always an aspect of creation that was so far not accessible to visually impaired people, and this is particularly impressive. So in Austria, where we can also have collaboration with the houses and museum, the next time or discussion how we could use your technology in concrete houses.
So we are running these discussions. We have our meetings. We talk about it. The final push needs to come from the museum. The museum needs to decide. We will do it, and we keep on talking about it.
And last question, because always the discussion we have with the museum, is it as a, so to say, affordable technology for the houses who are going to implement this kind of solution?
100%. To be honest, also for me, I'm seeing, and I see a lot of pictures every day, as Helmut said, but it is another way of experience to touch a picture, to hear the sound files, to hear how a Reno is going ahead. There are so many immersive exhibitions at the moment with 3D, and I don't know what everything. Why we don't got back to our basics, to touch, to hear, to smell.
And if the museum can afford a Klimt or a Schiele, I'm sure they can afford such a print from Canon.
Of course.
I fully agree with you. The cost of arts are impressive, actually. So I think that inclusiveness is a part which cannot be the cost reasoning, be a motivation to exclude it. So I think that, as I said, inclusive thought should be from the principle. And I like what you said when you look at the picture, to think, how could I implement your technology to make it accessible for the people with no vision or visual impairment. So this is very nice. And another question, maybe, is it known to you, are other technology, what makes your technology particularly different from other approaches, let's say, to produce, I don't know if there are any available, this quality we are doing, but what makes your technology so different?
It's the printer who can do this. It's the printer who prints with ink, and the UV light dries it immediately, and we can put the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth layer. So we have the technology, and we have the software on how to use it, and this makes our product so special. And I really want to take the opportunity to invite museums and galleries to work with these images, with these products. It's top color quality, what can be delivered. And maybe we can do this together.
Thank you very much. I think we are approaching close the end of the session, of the chat. And I would like to thank Karin and Helmut from Canon for telling us about this wonderful project and your idea and your vision of inclusiveness. This is really inclusiveness which are lived a concrete experience. And as you said, I would also encourage museum and every people involved in cultural activities to think more inclusively, and also to contact you maybe by the realization of accessibility. Thank you very much.
Many thanks, Daniele, for the interview.
Many thanks.
Thank you.